Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a mishmash video tonight with a variety of different things going on. So first thing we have is a return that came back today. So I'm going to take care of that, see if that buyer deserves a full refund or not. And then we're going to look at a couple of messages that came in today. One is about shipping that they think is too expensive. I need to look at that listing to see what's going on. And then also I got a message from a buyer that I sent some books and they say that I only sent them 7 when they were supposed to be 8. So we got to go to the shelf, see if that 8th book is still there, and then either decide to send her that book, or she has also said she'd be happy to get a partial refund. So we'll take a look at these things. Then I'm going to take some photos of 3 or 4 items that are getting ready, that need to get ready to list, and then finally we'll pack up tonight's orders. I think right now there's only 3. We'll keep our fingers crossed that there's going to be more coming up before we get finished here. It's relatively early. I think it's like not even 8 yet, so we have a lot to do and only a short amount of time to do it, so let's get going. Okay, first things first, let's put the sales from yesterday up on the tally board. It was only 1, 2. That's for Sunday, so we'll put those up here, and then we won't have to think about this until tomorrow. 1, 2. So that's 2 sales on Sunday. It's been pretty slow this month. Okay, this box was returned today. Just has a light bulb in it, so I'm going to quickly pop this open, see if the light bulb is broken or not. I am 100% sure this is not the box that I sent this package in, and it's not really packed that well either. I think I would have had much more paper around here, so I was kind of expecting this bulb to be broken when it arrived, but here it is. It's fine. That buyer wanted to send it back just because they said they didn't like it. I don't know what that means when it comes to light bulbs. I mean, either they work or they don't work. I don't know how you don't like it. But anyway, I will be going here, go to all open returns and replacements. Here it is. Let's say issue a refund. So we're just going to take care of all this busy work right now. Now that the item has been returned, please refund the buyer. If there is an issue, you may be eligible to deduct from the refund total. So there is no issue. We hit refund buyer. Okay, so typically if you have a refund and the item is returned to you, there was something that you did wrong. Like for instance, you sent something that was broken, or you sent an item that was significantly different from the description. You will not have the option to withhold the original shipping. You will have to pay that shipping back. However, if the buyer just says, I didn't like it, in this case, okay, what they said was changed my mind. And then in the notes, they said, I just didn't like it. So in this case, this is considered a buyer's remorse. And so I'm not required to send back the $6.62 that was the original shipping cost. I had to pay for the return label, but it does not mean I have to pay for the original shipping, and I am going to choose not to. So I'm just going to say right now they're going to get a refund of $11.99. I hit next. It should now do the math to remove any of the eBay fees. So right now that guy's going to get, or this woman, whoever it is going to get back $11.99, but it's only going to cost me $9.24. So I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet. This was sold in July. There should be I already set this up, so there should be, I usually just copy the line where I have the sale and make a duplicate of it, and then I mark it red, and then I just put the cost of goods as whatever the refund is. So in this case, $9.24. So it looks like I'm not going to be losing any money on this deal because I didn't have to refund that shipping label. And I'm going to click relist the item. I might as well pull this out and go to what's like the currently listed sheet. This spreadsheet is unwieldy at this point, and I'm going to probably do away with it pretty soon. So right now there's something going on where I can't get to the slider that goes up and down. I don't know where it is or why these things change all the time. I'm not even sure what you call that thing, the little bar that you can slide all the way to the bottom of the spreadsheet. So this is like This spreadsheet has over like 2,000 items on it, so it takes a long time to scroll to the bottom without having that option. So if anybody knows how to just make this thing stay, sometimes this bar disappears at the bottom, sometimes that scroll thing disappears. I don't know why it's doing all that, but anyway, let's put this. This is the one, oh gosh, this is the one that I'm just relisting. Put it back in here. I'll take this date sold out. I'll take the date list. I'll leave the date listed. That doesn't matter. I'll take out all of the everything that has to do with the cost of how much the item cost and how much it's sold for, because now it's a new listing. So I'm going to click this button that says refund and relist for free. So in the end, I didn't lose any money on this light bulb. If I had to pay for that shipping label, I would have lost like $6 just for somebody to buy it, decide they didn't really want it, and send it back. But in this case, they're paying $6 to do that, and I am not. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's done. All right, what's up next is a message about some books, unread messages. Let's see what's here. Kate DeCamillo, lot of 8 books. Now I have to just figure out where those books were and see if the 8th one is still there. And they were at W4C, which is a box. If it's not in there, I don't know where it could have gone, because, whoops, it couldn't be anywhere else. Oh, it's right here. So I will message her. I will. The good thing is that there were 8 books, but 2 of them were duplicates. So she probably doesn't want 2 copies of this. I'm going to ask her if she does want it. And if she says yes, I'll mail it to her. And if she says no, I'll just send her. She asked for $3.18 or something like that, which I'd be happy to just refund that $3. Sending this to her is probably going to cost more than that. I do have some other Kate DeCamillo books that I found recently, and so if she does want me to send the book, I'll probably throw all of those books together and just give her some books for free as a apology. So yeah, she says, I do not want to return these, as I am happy with the rest, but would like to either have the missing book sent or a partial refund of $3.14. So I'm gonna just say, oh, I'm so sorry about the missing book. I overlooked it because it was a different size than the rest. I might as well tell her that. I overlooked it because it was a different size than the rest. I'd be happy to send it to you if my typing skills are not the best. To you if you'd like, or if you'd prefer the refund. I'll probably, if she chooses the refund, I'll probably give her back a little bit more than she's asking for. Okay, please let me know. Oh, my light died. I think the battery's probably dead. It was not plugged in all night. Please let me know. So sorry again for the mistake. Okay, let me just take this thing off and plug it in. Let it try to charge up, and then we'll be using it again later. Whoops. This is the light that attaches to my camera to give me a little bit better, hopefully gives me a little bit better picture quality, but who knows. Sorry again for the mistake. I put 2 A's in it. Okay, let me read this over again. I'm so sorry about the missing book. I overlooked it because it was a different size than the rest. I'd be happy to send it to you if you'd like, or if you'd prefer the refund, I can do that too. Please let me know. Sorry again for the mistake. So I'll probably refund her. Like, she only paid $20 or $25 for these books. I'll just refund her. If she asks for it, I'll send her back like 50% of the sale, because this was definitely my fault. I want her to be made whole and to feel like I was concerned about this mistake. It was definitely my mistake. Okay, I should probably, I'll deal with putting that light bulb away later, but right now we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is another message, which is right here. It's from a buyer in Canada that says, I would love to buy this item, but the shipping is very expensive. The total adds up to almost $40. This is like the charging base for a can opener. It says, the opener I have, I am not sure if it works because I don't have any way to charge it. So she doesn't want to pay $40 and find out that this thing doesn't work. It's only a $10 item, so she's going to be paying 3 times the cost of the item in order to get it shipped from America to Canada. So $30 to ship to Canada, that doesn't seem right, but I know the fees for eBay's international shipping program are high, but I wanted to try, let's try revising this. I wanted to try changing the weight of this item and see if that affects the shipping cost. Unfortunately, since there's an offer out on this, I'm not able to make any of these adjustments. I don't know if you probably can't see it, but there's little locks when you have an offer out. When either you've sent an offer or received an offer, it stops you from editing a lot of stuff because it doesn't want you to send an offer and then change the it's like a bait and switch situation. They don't want you to do that. So I have no way of changing this, but it's already only weighted at 15 ounces, so it's pretty, I mean, it's not going to be much cheaper if I drop it down to 8 ounces. Okay, so I'm going to just say to her, I'm going to say, can you check if the price has gone down? If not, I'm not able to lower the price. Okay. Can you check to see if the shipping, I'm not going to like this is a $10 item. I'm not going to screw around sending this, like, filling out custom forms and doing all this stuff to make $4. If she can't pay for it through the eBay International Shipping Program, which is, I mean, it's simple and easy for me, then I'm not going to sell this to her, which sucks because this is a kind of a thing that's just waiting for the exact right person who needs it, and it probably won't sell very quickly. Can you check to see if the shipping cost has gone down? If not, there isn't really anything else I can do to lower it. So she'll get back to me later and tell me, no, the price didn't go down. Then I'll just say, well, I'm sorry. Can you check to see if the shipping price has gone down? If not, there isn't really anything else I can do to lower it. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now let's go to the bedroom and take some photos of a few items that are sitting in there waiting to get listed. Okay, I got kind of a mess here. I have all of these things just sitting here. So I'm going to try to move it along and get a few things listed tonight. I'm just going to go through a few every day until I get all of this stuff. I have, at this point, I have like 45 drafts of items that I brought home this weekend, and some older death pile stuff too that I started working on today. So I just need to get photos of these things and get them sent out. So photos. This is a shirt, obviously. I laid it out. I put it in the wash last night and then I laid it out so it would stay flat and not get wrinkled. This is a Street Fighter times All Elite Wrestling t-shirt. There's no sales history on this. None have sold in the last 3 months, but there is currently 2 listed, and they're listed for like $35 and $40, around that amount. And I think they're different sizes. This is a 2XL, which I think is a pretty good size for selling. And I'm going to put a much lower price on it than those two. Shoot. Because I can't remember right now what I paid for this shirt, but it's probably $2. So I don't need to get $40 for it, even though I'd like to. But if those guys are not selling then theirs for $35 and $40, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to put it, I think I have it listed for $24.99. Is there anything on the back? I might as well take a picture of the back. I usually don't take pictures of the back unless there's some reason to, like something cool on the back. In this case, there's nothing on there, but I've already flipped it over. So I don't like to do clothes that much because it requires so much. It probably doesn't require as much measuring as I do. But after getting a number of returns, I just decided I'm going to measure everything and include as much information as I can in as many ways as I can, so that I don't get in it. I hopefully don't get any returns. So I'm going to write on here chest, shoulder, length, and hem. These are the 4 things I usually measure. That's 8 o'clock. That's when I usually come down here to start working. Right now that alarm also tells me I should give Pineapple a pill. He's been taking anxiety pills. Right now we're on some pills that he has to take every day. 23.5. We've been in the past just doing pills, like anxiety pills, prior to when we know there's going to be a storm or fireworks or something, and they do work okay. It's right now I can't remember the name of it. Okay, this is the shoulders are 20. The length here. So I'll take these photos and include them in the listing, And then I will also take a picture of this piece of paper that I'm writing on and put that in the listing. And then I will add all of these measurements. I forgot what that was already. 23. I'll add all of these measurements to the description. So it's a lot of work for clothes, and I don't know if it's necessary to do all this, but it's the system I came up with for now. I'm going to keep doing it this way because, like I said, I just don't want to be getting those returns because something doesn't fit, because somebody doesn't know their own size or whatever. All right, have a plastic bag. All clothing goes in a bag if it will fit. These bags aren't the best. If somebody has a source of bags that they like, can put that in the comments and I'll try those out, because the problem with these is they're like heat sealed on the side, so it's very easy for the sides to just pop open, especially if you're putting something a little bit. Oh, hi Pineapple, here he is. Speaking of pills, here's my boy. So okay, now we'll go to the eBay app, which I already have open. I'll go to selling, I'll go to drafts. I'm going to put in AEW, which is All Elite Wrestling. Oh, what's this? I get a message from eBay, but it's not a sale. It's just a notification of... Okay, she did not respond yet, which I'm not surprised. Okay, did I take a picture of the measurements? Yes, I did. Okay, eBay, I got that. Get this going again. Somehow I got distracted by that notification popping up. He's panting a little bit, but there's nothing going on that he should be upset about. All Elite Wrestling, Street Fighter. Let's add photos, upload photos. I think I'm going to start with just the close-up of the graphic to get a little bit more exciting picture. And then we go to item specifics. This is where I'm going to put the location, which right now is T1. And then this sticker I put on here, 251. This will just make it foolproof when this item sells that I'll get the right one, because it has that tag written in there. Okay, we don't have the most exciting stuff to take pictures of right now, but I do have a couple of decent things. This is a philosophy gift set. It's got like shower gel and shampoo or something. I got this at a garage sale just the other day. It was only $1. I think it sells for like 24, so it's not you know, it's a sort of a bread and butter thing, not a big earner. I got all sides of the box in these photos, and then we'll go back to here, Philosophy. When I come down here to work, I've been leaving the doors cracked so that he can come follow me if he wants to, because he doesn't like to be alone and he knows I'm here. So sometimes he'll just stand at the basement door and just bark until I come and get him and let him back in, or let him down here with me. Usually he comes down here and he just finds a place to lay down and chill out, but there's nothing going on that he should be upset about. No storms, no fireworks, nothing's happening. All right, this is the box I just took that Kate DiCamillo book out of. I'm not going to put it back in there, but this thing will fit in there, I think. So that's box. Shoot. This is not the box I took the Kate DiCamillo out of, I don't think. Okay, I paid $1 for that shirt. For that philosophy. CL Mid 4A. I usually do these in all caps, so I'm going to replace that. And then this goes back in the closet. There's not any more room in this box, so we'll put it back in here. Where are you, bud? I need you to step out of the way. Can't be under my feet. Okay, come on. Okay, I'd like to get a bigger ticket item sold here, so I'm going to go back to this camera that I was working on the other day, which isn't worth quite as much as I hoped. I thought it was going to be like $120 camera, but it's probably more like 90, maybe 100, because I am going to include a memory card and the brand new charger, brand new battery, and that brand new memory card. So I'm going to try to open the phone camera app, put it on a video. So basically what I want to do right now is make a video of the camera actually functioning so that somebody can buy with confidence that it turns on and does what it's supposed to do. I don't think you can probably see this, but these lights up above work on a weird frequency that's different from this phone. And so it puts these dark and light bands on there. So I have no choice but to turn those lights off and just work on these other lights. Okay, so I'm going to start it with the camera facing. I'm not going to talk through this because I want this video to be silent. So it's just going to be like 20 seconds of silence. So I hope you can stomach that. I'm trying to think. Well, we'll make it work. Okay, okay, so that was like a 20-second video. I forgot I wanted to have something interesting on the screen. So I just grabbed this battery charger, which isn't the most interesting thing, but it was there. I could have put this hat or something else that would look cooler. Okay, I'm gonna put everything that came with this, all these boxes and everything. This is the box that the battery came in. This is the box that the battery charger came in. I might as well pull out, I'm gonna pull out the memory card. This is the memory card I have here. I bought this for this camera, the video camera I'm using, and it turned out to not be compatible. So I'm not even gonna consider the cost of that because it's like sunk cost. I already spent this money and I don't know what, I don't remember what I paid for those. I bought 2 of those for this camera and neither one of them would work with it. So I'm just gonna lay this all out here and then take a picture, go back from video to still camera. And then let's move everything out of the way and just do, okay, we'll just do a camera. Try to do it this way. This camera is in very nice cosmetic condition and it seems to be working just fine too. So I'm gonna put it at a little bit higher price point than it's probably likely to get. But I mean, this what do you call this? Memory card was like $40, I'm guessing. I don't remember what I paid for it. So I bought the camera for about 10, I think, and then all of these other, the battery, I needed a new battery and I needed the charger. Those were like $10. So I think I've got about $20 invested in this camera. Now I'm adding, if I add in that cost of the battery charger, I mean if I add in the cost of the micro SD card, then we're just going to be looking at lost money. So I don't know. I probably should. I don't know if it's better to leave the battery in the camera for shipping or to send it in its original box, but right now I'm going to just put it in the camera. Now I'm going to open this box if I can, which is, sometimes these boxes are just about impossible to get open without tearing them. Got it. Put the charger back in here. I think this is like the premier brand for replacement batteries and chargers and stuff for old cameras. It's called Castar, I'm not sure. I have a battery. I have a rubber band. I'm just gonna band these together right now. Probably do another one in the other direction. Sending these boxes is probably unnecessary, but it's not gonna hurt anything. Okay, clear this. I got a text here from Jessica. Camera. Nikon Coolpix. It's not the coolest camera that exists, I guess. Some of these cameras, these old digicams, are worth a considerable amount of money. This one, yeah, I got it listed. I'm gonna start it at $100. Let's find the item specifics and find a location to store this. Okay, I didn't put any details in here. I usually have the details of the amount that I paid for it and the amount and the place where I got it and the date that I got it, but I don't have any of that in here right now, so I'll have to come back and put that in later. Okay, so what have we done so far? We did a t-shirt, something philosophy stuff, and now this camera, which I want to put in one of these boxes. There's plenty of room in here. This box is called W4C. Okay, let's try to do one more item before we move on to packing up orders. This thing's huge. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, this is a tool of some kind. It's called a gripple torque tool. I think it's for something to do with fence, like chain link fences. GRIPP. This came from Habitat for Humanity, their restore. It was $12 and it's worth about, I don't know, I think it's like a bare minimum of 60, but maybe as much as 75. I don't remember where I started it. I'll take a look in a second, but I'm trying to not get greedy and go for the highest possible return on investment for things. I'm just trying to move stuff. So I might have put this at a relatively low price in any event. This is one of the things I picked up when I was out with my brother Dan the other day. He got a bunch of vintage, probably antique hand saws, like wood cutting saws. And I don't remember the names on them, but they had brand names that were easy to look up. And they turned out to be pretty valuable. And then this Habitat for Humanity store was selling them for ridiculous. Like most of them were $1 or $2, and they look like they have sale prices of like between 100 up to 100 up to 120 maybe. Some things were like 60, but I mean if you pay $1 for something, sell it for 60. That's a hell of a return. So I think he's gonna do good on those saws. I hope he is. Whoops, item specifics. This is called This space is called, it's probably too dark to even see what I'm doing here. Just turn this light on. This space is called LR for living room, and then this is shelf number 7, and that is, it's like unit number 7 and shelf C. Okay, that's 4 listings ready to go. I'll get those published soon. So if you're interested in any of these 4 items, hit my eBay shop. It's called Hot Lunch. There's a dash in between there. Get on there and buy those things. Okay, right now I'm gonna cut the camera and go pull all of this stuff from my inventory, the 3 items that sold, and then we'll come back, pack them up. At the end of the video, we'll go over the shipping cost and the eBay fees and find out exactly how much money we made tonight. So stick around, we'll be right back. Okay, I pulled these orders out from my inventory and I'm gonna get them packed up right now. So let's open up get the eBay app going. Okay, this is a pair of Keen shoes. I usually don't have that much luck with shoes selling quickly, but these were just listed today and they sold today. So pretty quick. I got these for free from a lady who was having a garage sale with no prices, just to take whatever you want. And I grabbed these I grabbed this pair of shoes, another pair of shoes, a couple of other pieces of clothing, and I can't remember what all else, but these sold quicker than I would have imagined, and at a pretty good price, I would say. They were 40 bucks. I think that was a good 40 bucks. I think that was a good price for the buyer and good enough for me. I got them for free, so what more could I ask? I'm gonna use this foam between them. Try to keep them. I probably could do a bag around one or both of them, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna put them in here, put this foam on them, and then put some paper around and call it good. I started to order a new roll of paper last night. I was talking about in the video that I needed to order it because this is getting pretty slim. And I put two rolls of paper in my cart at Zoro.com, where I usually buy some of my shipping materials. And I needed another $5 in order to get free shipping. So I never finished that order because I was trying to think of what else do I need that I could buy tonight, and I couldn't come up with anything. Okay, so let's get this in here. I'm gonna tape this quickly right here. I already did a little bit of Frankensteining on this box to make it suitable to fit these shoes because I couldn't find any, I couldn't find any boxes that would fit these shoes. I mean, at all, really. Okay, I'm out of tape here, so I'm gonna cut the video and come back and put a new roll of tape on. Okay, I got it. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get that tape on there than I like, but this one went pretty smoothly. Okay, let's finish this box. These shoes, these are pretty nice shoes. I don't know much about Keens, but I have heard the name. I think I have another pair that's maybe the same size, so I'm kind of surprised that this one sold so quickly when those other ones have been languishing. Okay, I'm using a little bit, kind of a lot of tape on this, but it'll be okay. I don't mind sending these kind of Frankenstein boxes, but I really feel much better just sending a standard box with it's properly sized and it's got the right amount of coverage and everything, but this will do. I think I will put the label on this side. Whenever I think about it, I cover up the original, on a used box, I'll cover up the original Amazon tape. Okay, shoes. Oh, the scale will not stay on. I just turned it on 5 minutes ago. I wonder if there's a setting somewhere. Okay, 2 pounds 15, so 3 pounds. This box is 13 by 11 by 6. And it's going to SC in Ohio. So not too far. That's pretty good and close. Now that computer turned off again. Oh man, nothing just wants to run. Okay. In this box, I have one of these music books, like a church book. It's called Gather. I've sold quite a lot of these. This is probably the 5th. I've sold them in sets. Some of them come in volumes of like 3-volume set, 5-volume set. I got a bunch of these I've talked about this church that went out of business quite a lot, but that's where this came from. And since I found out that these are kind of sought after, I'm buying other books by the same company, not these big, oversized kind of binder books, but just regular like hymnals and stuff, and they seem to sell pretty well too. So this one, I think I've had this listed for quite a long time. I think it was listed for like $79, and I got an offer today that was only $50, which is borderline whether that's considered a low ball offer, but I only paid $1.67 for this book from this estate sale. It was a church that went out of business. They were selling all the contents through an estate sale company. So I got a ton of stuff there and did maybe not as much as you might think. You know, the stuff that was there, I was hoping to find the cool old churchy stuff, but before they had the sale, the diocese or the archdiocese or whatever came in and took out anything that was really cool. And then they had a bunch of like vestments, robes, and those scarf things. They had a bunch of that kind of stuff, but they had really high prices on those things. So I was going to come back on the third day or whatever when everything was cheaper and buy all that stuff. So when I came back, it was all gone. And later I found out that there was someone who used to be a parishioner there and maybe was even involved with it on a more official level. I'm not sure really what her role in the church was, but she went there for the sale and saw those vestments, and she called the diocese and said, I don't think you should let them sell these things. This is like official priest stuff, which I'm sure you can just go and buy that stuff at priestclothes.com or something. But anyway, she got the archdiocese to come, and they came to get all that stuff, and the person running the estate sale said, well, you've already sold this building and all of its contents, so if you want these things, you have to buy them just like anybody else would. So they had to buy all of those with those robes and stuff to get them. I guess they didn't want them falling into the hands of, I'm not sure who would want them, you know, what nefarious purposes you can do with a priest robe that haven't already been done. But anyway, music books, keep your eye out for those. They're pretty good, I think. All right, gather. Now the scale is off again. Okay, let's turn this on. Tear. Now, what if I press mode? That just changes the pounds and ounces. Hold. Don't need that. If I hold down tear. Pass. What does that mean? If I hold this. This thing is plugged into the wall. It also has batteries, but it runs from the plug, so it does not need to turn off. I'm not trying to conserve the batteries. My only thought is that this cable has gone bad, or this little charging block thing has gone bad. I forgot how much this weighed. 613, so this is 7 pounds, pretty heavy. 14 by 11 by, this is gonna be like 3 or 4. And it's going to H in Virginia. Get that one out of the way. All right, now we're onto these glasses. I have 5 of these. I don't know that you'll be able to see them on this camera. What if I stuff it with some paper? These are Northwestern Wildcats 1995 season, the Rose Bowl, 95-96. So it has all of the, I think these are the number of victories or something. I don't know exactly what that is, but I got 5 of these. I paid $2 a piece for them, so $10 for these. And where did I even get these? Salvation Army. They sold for $62.99. So I'm gonna see how many I could fit in this box, and then I will double box it. I can only fit 3 in here probably. It's fine. I'm gonna fit 3 inside that box, and then I'm gonna put that box inside of this box right here and try to keep these things as safe as I can. In 1995 season, so these things are about 30 years old at this point. Pretty old. So yeah, I thought I'd be able to fit at least 4 in here, but no. Looks like 5 is all I can do. I mean, 3 is all I can do. And even that could be potentially pushing it, but some more bubble. I'm pretty sure this is my last roll of bubble wrap, so I better order that paper tonight and order bubble wrap tonight. I don't usually get bubble wrap from the same company as the rolls of paper, but I might do it just to get up to that free shipping. Okay, let's fill this the rest of the way. Close it up. I'm not gonna go crazy taping this because this is just the inner box. Might do another piece here. Okay, that's 3. Now, what about this box? This is the one that just came back with the light bulb in it. I think I can fit these other 2 in here. I've seen this a lot from other people who are packing up orders where they fill the inside of the void of a glass or a mug or whatever with paper. I'm not sure if it does anything or not, but it doesn't really cost much. This is recycled paper, so it doesn't cost anything. So might as well do it. Doesn't seem to me like if this is gonna break, it doesn't matter if there's paper inside of it, it's gonna break. But we'll do it anyway for fun. Okay, I got a little scrap. I'm just gonna throw it in there. This needs more paper in it. I don't want these things moving at all when it goes through the mail. So we'll tape it up, get these as tight as possible in here. Let's see, how tall is this together? Ooh, that's pretty close. It'll be fine. This will be fine. Those are like 11 and a half, the two of these boxes together. This box is 12 by 12 by 12, so there's gonna not be quite as much room around the... I'm gonna put these inside here, and I want to have as much void around the outside to fill with paper as I can, but that's only gonna have like a 1/4 of an inch on the top and the bottom. But they are wrapped and double boxed, so I think it'll be okay. I hope it'll be okay. I wanted to, and I still probably can, cut this box down. I think I will do that. I don't know that, I'm not exactly sure where the cutoff is. I know a box that's more than 12 by 12 by 12 has the likelihood of getting a surcharge, an oversized surcharge from the USPS. And so I usually try to cut these down so they're like 12 by 12 by 10 or 12 by 12 by 11 or something. But I have sent them full-sized, unshrunk boxes, and they've been fine. I haven't been charged any extra for them. Okay, I'm going to tape these together, get this tight, and drop it in here. So you can see there's not much padding on these sides. These two sides I feel more comfortable with, but this side, not much padding, but it should be fine. There's two walls of cardboard between those glasses. The glasses are all wrapped in bubble. I'm guessing this is gonna be fine. I'm hoping it'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make this even one level lower, so I don't have I'd have like 2 inches of paper I'd have to fill this with. I do have a lot of those air bubbles, but I don't need to use those. This will be fine. So yeah, there's not much to this packing business. Just do your best. Think about what's going to happen with these packages, and they're going to be thrown around, so you want them to be as safe as possible. There will definitely be people throwing this box, so I don't want it to get smashed up. So I don't have any choice but to pack it as strongly as I can and keep my fingers crossed. But I've shipped a lot of plates and ceramics and glasses and other things that are definitely breakable, and so far nothing has broken. So this isn't a very complicated package, but it should be strong enough to get where it's going. Where is it going? Of course, California. I wish it was Indiana or Wisconsin, someplace not too far away. I don't even know what this is. Northwestern University. Where is that? Northwestern Illinois? Wildcats? I really couldn't tell you. All right, let me shake this a little. It feels good. All right, glasses. While I have this open, the buyer's GS, and this is going to California. Let's see how much it weighs. 6 pounds, 12 by 12 by 9. So that's definitely not too big. It won't get an oversized surcharge. All right, now it's time to buy these labels. I'm gonna buy them and print them, stick them on here, and then I'll come back and tell you how much money we made on each of these items. So stick around for a minute. Okay, everybody has labels. They're all ready to go. I've already requested the porch pickup, so that should happen tomorrow. I just thought I had another sale, and it turned out it was an offer. So I have a book listed for $26, and somebody sent me $26.99. Somebody sent me an offer for $10, which is too low. So I countered back with 21 or something like that. So we'll see. I don't anticipate selling that book to this person. All right, we had just the 3 boxes tonight. So we have those shoes, the Keens men's shoes, size 12. After fees and shipping label and everything, I made $36.65 on those shoes. For the music book, Gather, made $43.53. And for the Northwestern University glasses, $43.40. So that adds up to $122.58. That's the profit for today right now. It's only $8.50 right now, so it's a possibility we'll get some more sales before the end of the day. But we're not going to hold our breath waiting for that. we're just going to hope that we get a sale, and if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. So right now for August, we're averaging profit per day of $71.46. So we need to get about $100 more per day average to make this a successful operation. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. I will definitely be back tomorrow night. I hope you were able to get through this hodgepodge of a melange today. That was kind of a mixed up video, but it was kind of a fun one. So thanks again. We'll see you again soon.